Hi everyone, my name is EFTITA SUSARANI. I'm making this video for my speaking assignment. The topic I will bring is about something that really close to our life. You might hear about it often, but the question is, do you really know it? Can you recognize it? Okay, it's diabetes. You might have happened to know someone who suffered from it, or even you have lost your loved one because of it. I will tell you about an astonishing fact. In the whole wide world, every 5 seconds, a single person died because of it. Astonishing, isn't it? How? Why so many people dying from it? Well, I will tell you why. And another so astonishing fact is, in Indonesia alone, it's increasing every year to year. The number of the people who suffer from diabetes keep increasing. Do you know that diabetes has many types of it? The latest news I read was there are 7 types of diabetes, including type 1, type 2, something that has happened during pregnancy or in expecting mother. But I'm going to talk about 2 major types, the diabetes type 2 and diabetes type 1. Both have similarities and have the difference too. But for sure, both have made serious damage and both are considered life-threatening disease. But this video is not intended for medical representative. I'm not recommend you to any suggestion either. Just call it as a health awareness. Let me describe here about diabetes type 1. This diabetes type 1, there are many journalists, experts say that it has something to do with hereditary and mostly can be found for the patient under 40s, and it is being called as insulin dependent, since the body cannot produce its own insulin. So to regulate the blood sugar, it depends on the insulin shot from outside the body. And then the diabetes type 2. This diabetes type 2, also known as insulin resistant. It produces insulin like normal body, but there's something wrong about it, so the insulin cannot function as it's supposed to be, like in healthy people. Just imagine it, when you have a house and you have the key, the name of the key is insulin. For the diabetes type 1, the key is gone, so you don't have the key, so you cannot enter the house. What to do when you cannot enter the house? You just keep hovering. You just can't disappear and gone. You just keep hovering around the house, and people keep coming in without keys, so that start to piling up. That's what happened to the body. Imagine that the key is the insulin, and the people around who can't get into the house is the glucose. The glucose cannot just disappear. They just start piling up in the bloodstream, and the piling up blood and the piling up glucose, that's the cause of the problem. And for those in diabetes type 2, the people has the key, but the key doesn't function as it's supposed to be. Some keys are broken, or the door itself, the padlock is broken. So it can't work properly either. You cannot enter the house either. What happened next? You keep hovering around the house. Just like it's saying in the diabetes type 1. The glucose enters the bloodstream and it starts to piling up. Of course, people with diabetes doesn't suddenly diet at the moment, but gradually it makes organ around our body damage. It could be the eyes, it could be the feet, it could be the skin have rashes, it could be the liver, the kidneys. Every organ can be damaged because of the high blood sugar. In fact, we need those glucose. We need that glucose to feed our cells so we don't feel starved. Because those glucose cannot enter the cells, we feel starving. There are so many glucose in our blood, but it cannot enter our cells. The result is the cell is starving, and the cells send symptoms to the brain that our body is starving. That's why people with diabetes always feels hunger or fatigue. They feel tired. They feel constant hunger. And those who always want to urinate very often, here's what happened. Our body tried to regulate the normal glucose in our bloodstream. Our body tries to get rid of it. How? By urinating it. To get rid of it, to get out of it in the form of urine. That's why people with diabetes always urinate very often, sometimes 5 times within a night. And one fact that makes diabetes is considered life-threatening and the cause of so many deaths around the world because it cannot be cured. The scientists, the researchers have been working on it. How to treat the sugar level for those patients in the normal level. How to find the cure, but it hasn't been found yet. But the good news is it can be prevented. How? By eating a balanced diet, by keep active. For those who are prone to diabetes, really have to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Being active is essential. Another sad news is some people don't realize the symptoms because the symptom is very subtle. We don't realize that it is a symptom of diabetes. There are some people that can live up to 10 years without realizing that he or she having diabetes. That's why can live and her diabetes left untreatable. some people doesn't even have symptoms at all. That's why he or she doesn't seek medical help. Why some people doesn't develop diabetes? Why some people prone to get diabetes? How come people have diabetes in such a young age? Why people have such an insulin resistance? Why some people develop that the insulin is not working properly? That's what the researchers are still working on. And they're also working on to how to treat it so the patient can live normal. Well, before you didn't know, now you know. The choice is yours. Thank you.